Hey, what's up? Oh boy. We got episode 150 right here tonight. Grab a drink. Let's do this. Come on in, folks. Excellent. Grab a seat and get cozy. We got a good one. 1 minute. There we go. Little Mozart. All right, folks, what's up? Episode 150 of Evening Hour Live. What's up? Thank you very much, Mr. Dan P. I am in a great mood. I am in a good mood. I've had a lot of good food today. Today was a good food day. Also, I'm going to drink some soda. I've been trying to cut back on soda, and tonight I'm drinking this one soda. I swear to God, it's delicious. Sangria Sanorial. Whatever this is good. It tastes like wine soda. And it doesn't taste like grape soda. It tastes a little bit like wine. So, no alcohol. Thank you, Dan. One of my favorite bands. We got Dan Basement eating... Who's eating pumpkin pie? So, Bruja, Florida. Tony. Mama's in the house. What's up, Mama? Let's see. My sister, I don't know if she's in here. Sometimes she jumps in. We got a lot of viewers. Come on in. We've been getting more and more live viewers every week. Please say hello. This is a chatty show. It's live. I do these live because I love them. And please hit the like, hit the subscribe. You hear people saying it all the time. It actually means something. The algorithms are terrible, and by doing those like, subscribe, notify, it makes a difference. As for donations, hey, I do performing for full time. If you kick in money, great. It goes to a good cause. Me creating more content. If you don't have the money to donate nor care to, that's fine too. Sit back and enjoy. You know, tell your friends about it. That's good enough. Thank you. That's all. So come on in. I got a great show. I have some meat. I also have some really neat surprises for episode 150 just for fun. And I am going to do a giveaway. Actually, producer, can you hand me that coin right there? It's so crazy. I didn't prepare this. I'm going to get one little item. It's right here. It's actually the Cardone coin. I'm going to give away, and I don't have many of these left. This is one of my Cardone coins. I've only have a few left. I made 5,000 of these, and they're good luck coins. And I use them for years as a business card or a giveaway or magic show merch. And they're expensive to do a printing. You have to have them minted. And tonight, whoever's watching, later on in the show, I'm going to give one of these away. And yeah, we'll get to this. What else? I have a lot of things to go over before we start. Soon, my web store will be up and running. And when it is up and running, it is called Wacky Mart. It's a wacky emporium filled with musical and magical treasures from the imagination of me. And so, it's something I've been working on, and it's getting ready to have some product on there ready to go. I have a lot of product that I've made over the years, and it's time to create a web store for it, because some of it's pretty crazy. All right, let me just check my messages here. Here we go. Talon, what's up? Melissa's in there. John Carter, hey. Hail Satan and Gabba Gabba. I love it. What's up, people? I have a great show tonight. Trust me. I have a meaty, thinky philosophy show. I've got soda. I don't want to start the tradition of smoking pot while I do these shows, but I will say, Atomic Pirate Girl, what's up? I will say that sometimes when I smoke a little of the green, it is good for the thought. So, what else? Oh, by the way, this Sunday, if you live close to New York City, this might be worth your time. Because I am presenting with some really amazing... right here on this poster here, I only have 2 sponsors. We have 3 more added to this. November 19th at the Rockaway Beach Surf Club. 2 p.m. registration. It's the Beach Brunch Talent Showdown. Show up, have barbecue and booze, and we're going to have a talent contest with a $100 prize. I don't care if it's comedy. I don't care if it's juggling. I don't care what it is. I really want it to be a free-for-all. The rating is PG-13, and it's a $100 prize. So, I think it's pretty cool. And then second place, I haven't announced this, but I think second place is either $50 in booze or drinks, your choice, or booze or food, sorry. And the third place is 25. So it's like 50 and then 25. Can't beat it. So that's this Sunday. And then I believe we're going to do another one 2 Sundays after. We're going to do a bunch. And it's all building up to a big one for the summer. So come do this. Hey, Bruja, Florida. Grazie. Thank you. And my moderator, Zalfon, he thanks you for the tip too. Yeah, so this talent show, I want to ask everybody right now watching, when you think of a variety show, what's your favorite thing to show up? Now, singing is kind of the through line. There's a lot of singers and dancers, but what else do you like? Think about it. What do you like? There's a lot of weird, offbeat types of performers. Tell me what you like. I'm curious. Glad you're here too, Talon. Yeah, we're having some good times now. So, yeah, what are your favorite variety acts? I'm curious of what people are looking for. I mean, recently, in the last acrobatics. Okay, interesting. So you like when they have the acrobat people. All right, magic. Yep, magic does well on these variety shows. And I'll be honest, when I'm booked to be in a variety show, and I'm the only magician, I get noticed just by the art form, you know? Clowns. You know what's funny is clowns are rare. Clowns are rare. Sword swallowing, I will say, is one of the harder ones, not because of the act of sword swallowing, but, you know, because I know a lot of sword swallowers. It takes 2 seconds to swallow a sword. Making an act out of it is really hard to do. So I agree with you, Dan P. I actually like it when I get to see a good sword act, because it's hard to do. It's hard to make an act out of it. Serena! What's up, Serena? Sideshow. Okay, yeah. What's up, Serena? Yeah, so Sideshow. So it's funny, Serena is in a show right now in Brooklyn, a fancy burlesque magic show. And somebody new just joined the cast that does some sideshows. So Serena, would you say that it pops? People go, whoa, right? I mean, it does, obviously. Lion taming. I'll be honest, lion taming is my favorite circus act when I was a kid. Might have been the Lion Tamer. The last real circus I saw had a really good lion act. Benjamin, weird feats of strength. I'm glad you mentioned that because I don't have anything to grab. I wish I had it. There's a poster on the wall I'd like to show you. I've been in a bunch of strongman shows. So yes, I like it too. A beatnik. Poetry. Okay. Beautiful. All right. So I really wanted this. I know some writer poet types that I've messaged them to please show up, you know, and do some really neat, powerful poetry, you know, anything that is not AGT. Yeah. I mean, AGT. So one of the things that does well, I don't know if you know this, but a lot of the acts you see on these shows are coached. They're not real. They look real, meaning like some little girl from Iowa, but they kind of find them and kind of coach them sometimes. They manufacture these heartwarming so-called organic acts when they're not so organic. Sorry to spoil the news, but one of the things that sells is when you have a 5-year-old come out with a lisp and then belt sing a Broadway song, or a homely older lady that's not very attractive comes out and can sing better than everybody. That'll bring down the house, you know? So now tell me what you think about my scoring system. This is for 3 judges to score. 3 categories. Category 1, creativity. Scoring 1 to 5. Category 2, skill. Meaning actual skill level, practice, like did they edit it well? Was there meticulous skill involved to craft whatever? And that's a 1 to 5 score. And then the third one is chutzpah, showmanship. And that is worth 1 to 10 points. So you can flop on the creative. You can be kind of whatever. And you could sing a Michael Jackson song, let's say. It's not that creative of a choice, or who cares? So you'd get a low score. 2, skill. Let's say you can't sing. You're a little flat. All right, you're going to get a 1. But you can get a 10 on chutzpah and make up for all the other ones. So I really think that's the idea. What do you think? Bruja likes it. If you have a better idea, let me know. I'm trying to make it bare bones and fair and all ages. Very simple. The chutzpah score is the one that, like, you can't deny. If somebody really goes for it, they get points. You know? So, yeah. Ultimately, it's the showmanship. Kinda. You can have... So to me, showmanship is a skill in itself. And a lot of it is being able to turn off your inhibition button in a manner that is surprising and fun, right? We had a bikini contest here a few years ago. You might remember me advertising it. It was beautiful. First of all, there was no guy or girl category. It was whoever shows up. I don't care what you are. If you're a man, woman, or an other. Doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is, are you wearing some sort of bikini? And that's how we did it. It's like, you show up, you put a bikini on, and you're getting judged on going for it. That's what I said. I said, you know what wins? Whoever goes for it the most. And that might mean skill, that might mean creative, and that also means chutzpah. Chutzpah is a good word. It's actually one of the Yiddish words that we welcomed into our English language, and not enough people use it. I think it's a good word. Yeah, how's the sound tonight? Does it sound good? Because I have something I want to present to you, not right this second, but in a second, because before we get into the subject tonight, I wanted to tell you about something I got to do this weekend. I was part of a conference, and I'm so bad because I don't have any... I didn't prepare. Can you hand underneath that pillow right there without... Yep, there's a laminate. See that laminate right there? Yes, I love that I have an assistant here today. Thank you, Monty. Monty, my assistant. Actually, it's Golf Wang. It was called the New York Magic Conference, and I got to perform in it. And this was conference number 2. It's a magic history conference, and it was a focus on the history of magic shops and going way back in New York City. And my part was I got to demonstrate things that were taught in magic shops. So I got, hey, Amanda, what's up? Oh, thank you, Serena. It's true. Chutzpah is a better word than the X Factor. Chutzpah has so much more character to it. X Factor sounds boring. What's up, Amanda J? So what was I talking about? I got sidetracked. Oh, so I got to perform in this thing, and I got to not only perform with and hang out with somebody that used to write books that I grew up reading and learning from. And he was there performing, and he's 94 years old, If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I posted pictures hanging out with him. Here's one of the books he wrote that I learned ventriloquism with. He's a magician ventriloquist, George Schindler. And it was cool because he had seen me perform before in various things. Like, I never got to really hang with him, and I got him to sign the book. I mean, the guy's a living legend. He's 94. He was the dean of the Society of American Magicians. I mean, it was like, oh, by the way, Rick Sherman just announced something, and I'm going to announce it because I support working class artists. The Onyx the Fortuitous movie is out tomorrow. And can you please, Sherman, type the title in, because it's a long title and I can never remember it. Onyx the Fortuitous is the funny guy that does viral videos where he's the weird gamer guy. He's like, he does some weird viral videos. Anyway, he created a character who's a game nerd. A little on the spectrum of sorts, I would say. He's a little spacey and in his own zone. Anyway, he made a major project happen. He made a movie, and it looks really good. And it actually, I don't know how much he made on Kickstarter, but it actually did well. I threw in some money for it, and so Sherman just said, it streams tomorrow. It got a live premiere on one weekend, and me and Rick were going to try to go see it. Excellent. It's called Onyx the Fortuitous and the blah, 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 blah. Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls. I think it has a plot very similar to House on Haunted Hill. So, look, I wanted to try something tonight. I wasn't going to do this, but in honor of the variety show, as you know, I've worked with one of my partners for years, George Gorlick. And my first nightclub work was with George. And me and George the other day were working on some material, and we haven't done this in a while. So it's a little wild. And we came up with a song that I think we're going to be able to do it right now, live. And I need to turn the music down because we have music here. And I got to go get George. Are you ready? Oh, he's ready. I don't do this too often, so sit back, everybody, grab a drink, and I'm going to go get George Gorlick right now. Hold on a second. George. Yeah. You ready? Yeah, man, I'm ready. Let's do it. Ready? All right. Let's do it. Okay, let me get situated here. Hey, everybody. George Gorlick.
Hey, how you doing?
Right there.
Oh, how you doing? Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Can everybody hear George? How's his voice coming in?
Hey, how you doing? How am I doing?
You're good. All right. Let's see here. Can they hear? I think you guys can hear. Yeah. I'm not getting any, oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, we're in here. Good. All right, let me sit up here. Let me get the microphone. Okay. Not yet. Hold on. Oh, all right. You ready?
Yeah, you?
I'm ready.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you guys ready?
I think they're ready.
Okay, here we go. Get your hand out of my ass. You got no style, you got no class. Get your hand out of my door. I'm not your stinking little whore.
Whoa.
Get your hand out of my ass. You got no style, you got no class.
Without my hand, you'd have no life.
Cut it off with a knife.
Without my hand, you'd be a bore.
Kill me now, my ass is sore. Get your hand out of my ass and cut your fingernails, 'cause they feel like glass. Thank you. All right.
All right, sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know what those chords were, but we did something. All right, everybody say bye to George.
See you, Cardone.
Yeah, I'll see you after the show.
Where are we going?
I don't know.
We're gonna go somewhere.
No, we're not going anywhere.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'll see you after the show.
Okay. See ya. See you later, dude.
Yeah, see you. I'll see you after the show. All right, how was that? and I'll be honest, we didn't take too long writing it. It just kind of came out. I don't I don't know what to say. How was the all right, cool. I'm guessing that was entertaining. So yeah, that's the short version. There's the intention of that song from a entertainment point of view. And if you're an artist watching, here's the format, because that's not the format. It'll be George sings the first one, me and him sing the second one, and then the third one, we get the audience to sing. Get your hand out of my ass. You got no style, you got no class. Get your hand out of my door. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. So, another thing I'm going to throw out, at the end of the month, I do have 2 public shows. Yes. I love it. If the Rambones needs a backup singer, we'll send George in. Actually, it's not a bad idea. Maybe we should get him to do a song. We'll have a guest bass player, and me and George will sing a remote song. That's what we can do. Oh my God, imagine if George dressed up like Joey. How's that? So, on that note of shows, I do have a show coming up at the Little North Pole in Rockaway Beach, which is an amazing event. Look it up on YouTube. Look up the Little North Pole, Rockaway, and you'll see. It's kind of a big deal. And then, the DD parts. That's a great idea. Excellent idea. Yeah, we can do a Ramones song and he'll do the DD part. Or he'll sing Warthog. And, okay, so I'm doing the Little North Pole show. And that's a big show outdoors. There's like, I don't know, 1,000 people? Something like that. Maybe more. I don't know. And then, a few days later in Brooklyn, I'm performing at this Japanese dinner theater thing. I don't know the name of the place, but the show is called Kanpai Magic. And I think it's a comedy club that started doing a magic night, and they serve Japanese food. Anywho, I'm doing that show with Alexander Boyce, and the world-renowned mentalist John Stetson is the headliner. So I'm in that show, and that is the last Tuesday of the month in Brooklyn. Follow me on Instagram. I post this crap. So check it out. Let's start the real meat tonight, because I know a lot of you are philosophy heads. And
1, 2, 3, 4.
See, he's watching. Yes. What do you think?
I think it's a good idea.
You do?
Yeah.
All right, see, he thinks it's a good idea. I want to get into the meat tonight because I wrote a bunch of pages of notes because tonight's subject blows my mind and has for many years. And if you watch past episodes, I've danced around a lot of the subject tonight, but there's a few new things added now. See, that's why this stuff's fun, is you learn, you notice something about reality, a function, a fact. I don't like to use the word fact, but you learn something that seems consistent. I'll say that. And it opens doors, and then you see more things that are consistent, and you start to, at least I have been putting together some puzzle pieces that are matching up. And that's how you kind of know you're on the right track, is things line up. But then things like tonight, what I'm going to go over, happen, and it makes you reevaluate everything. So tonight's episode is called Your Beliefs Are Running the Show. It's a question. And we're going to talk about beliefs. And I want to say right now, when I say belief, a lot of people, as soon as you say a word, they put you on a team. Like, if I say the word, it's my right to do blah, 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 people will put me on the right path of politics. And if I say I identify, doesn't matter what else comes after, people immediately put you on the left. So I really try to pay attention to the words I use. It's the why I don't use the word energy. I don't use the word God. And the word belief, when you say it, triggers belief, like religious person. Now, belief is part of a religious person's makeup, but belief more like how you frame things is more what I'm talking about today. Your frame. I use the word frame all the time, and I'm going to use it tonight a lot too. If there's a better word, please tell me. Beliefs. Also, like, here's an example of a belief and my past way of using it. I don't know if you remember when I did a show on, and I mentioned my version of like alcoholism and how I see it. For instance, if somebody drinks a lot, they've somehow romanticized it in their mind. And their entire framework of drinking is being lonely at a bar, not having money, and hitting on young ladies, and kind of, you know, and they have this like weird, sad, romanticized version of this character in their mind. And that kind of framework dictates their whole day. It is a belief around it. And there's now new evidence showing that you can get sober by changing those beliefs. Instead of going to an AA program and submitting to God, it's like, no, you just got to look at yourself differently. As soon as you start to look at yourself differently, right? Okay. That's how I've talked about this in the past. And we've talked about how to change beliefs. What's this say? Reality tunnel is a pretty good one. I've never heard that. Reality tunnel. Never heard that. I kind of like it. I identify with being a millionaire. Yeah. Okay. So let's just talk about what is exactly belief. What does that mean? If I believe in God, or I believe that alcohol is the savior for arts, whatever it may be. What's my belief? Camillo, what's up, brother? Camillo, am I correct? You are in Portugal? I kind of remember you told me this, but I could be wrong. Welcome. So what is a belief? So let's think about what a belief is and how it comes to play. So I have thought, feeling, belief. So you have a thought about something. Okay, I see a seashell that has spikes. Big, like black spikes. And no? Oh, where are you? Which city are you in? Are you West Coast? Somebody here's West Coast and somebody's Portugal. What's up, sister? So imagine you see oh, you're not in Portugal. Okay. Oh, PR! That's right. I need to get down there this winter. Let's say you see a clam and it's got crazy spikes all over it. So you go, all right, that thing's got spikes. Those spikes give you a feeling. Fear, you want to eat it. It makes you romantic, whatever. But if it's spiky, you're going to go, oh, it's a bad seashell. It's got spikes all over it. And after repetitive seeing the seashell, seeing the spikes, feeling the emotion it gets from you, those thoughts and emotions come together and form belief. Something you believe to be true. And it's attached to an emotional connection that's attached to a thought. That's kind of, through my own research, what I've come to see this as. Feelings are cause chemical reactions, right? It's a chemical process. And the feelings propel this thought to the belief. It's what actually gives it the juice to make it hardwired to your subconscious. And this is what I'm getting at. It's an actual hardwired. Reality tunnel. Leary and Robert Anton Wilson. Oh, Sherman, we were talking about this the other day, I believe. Ergo, myths and religion and stories. Yes, ergo, correct. Yes. Yes, they create emotional sparks. And so our beliefs, whether it be what I believe showbiz is about, or what I believe is the best way to go about my day, or what I believe is the best type of friend to have, or whatever I believe. There's emotions attached to these things. Okay. So why are we talking about any of this right now? Well, I'm actually going to light this. The reason why I want to talk about this is because if we go to Nietzsche's will to power, sorry for this crazy jump, and I'm going to use the word expand, which I've been using a lot in the last year. Everything's expanding. For things to live, they have to expand. You can't take a neutral stance. Well, I think self-preservation is actually below will to power. This is why the Nietzsche thing is fascinating, because the philosopher before Nietzsche would have said just staying alive, preserving yourself is the main drive of reality. Nietzsche said, no, it's the will to power, meaning the want to expand. And that's above preservation, actually, because to preserve oneself, somebody might die. You might kill yourself or martyr yourself for that, to preserve whatever you think's valuable, your will, whatever you think it is. So, yes, adapt or die, but to adapt, Dan, yes, adapt or die, this is why people bug out. If you don't adapt, yeah, you bug out. But it's more than that. And to adapt, I don't think adapt is a neutral state. Nothing's neutral. Neutral doesn't exist. What does neutral mean? Equal, neutral, no such thing. Everything's always moving a bit, right? So the idea is everything's trying to expand. So if I have an idea that I think is good, I'm trying to expand it to you. Like right now, I think this is a good idea, what I'm talking about. So I'm trying to expand it to you. I think will to power is above preservation. Its preservation is below it. That's what I've learned from Friedrich Nietzsche. That's the biggest lesson I've learned. It took me a while to grasp this. Will to live is below will to power. Should be a means to your... There's a stupid... They put things over this, so I can't even read it. Yeah. Here's Millet. Beliefs are partially derived from the worldview and from experience, not necessarily ours. Okay, so... Yes, okay. This is all wonderful. This is why I knew this was going to be a good episode. So if everybody's trying to expand their whatever, it means they're trying to influence you. So how do you make sure that you, right now, aren't just everybody else but you? People that don't have anything to expand, that means they're probably been expanded upon by everybody and influenced by everybody. And it means they have nothing. They're just a robot, right? Which I think we're all kind of robots to a certain degree, but that's a whole nother, but okay. So, and the reason why I'm saying why bother with even discussing this is because maybe there's a way to game this a bit, which is what we're getting at today. It seems like our beliefs really do frame our reality. And it doesn't mean God belief. It means whatever you believe to be true, whether it's true or not, right? Now, here's where we're getting at. This is what's fascinating. And this is where I'm going to... Life is like a river, constantly changing. If you have to... You do. Yeah. This is just the law of the jungle. Everything's expanding. Everything. The tree, the thing, the river, the weight, the water, the beavers, the bear, the stars, the air. Everything needs to move and expand and contract. And if something's not expanding, it's contracting and going to die, and then something else will expand. It would seem like it's the nature of reality, entropy. It's the one thing I can say is I can't see anything else. In this reality, everything's moving in a certain direction. That's what it seems like. Sounds like Toilet Boys, Gods and Monsters. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, actually. Most people are mindless and believe what they're told to believe. Well, I'm going to take this to one step farther than most people are mindless. It's our brains were not designed, I hate that word. Our brains evolved for maximum efficiency to go along with most things. And this is why in my older age, I stopped getting aggressive towards certain types that I would normally call a dumbass. I do think our DNA and our bodies are evolved for the bad stuff. That's more normal. Prometheus. Ooh, reality tunnels. I have to look up this reality tunnel thing. I love the wording. Thank you, John Carter. I remember when Toilet Boys were first formulating, and people were trying to put us in a category. And then somebody called us gutter rock, and then someone called us sleaze rock. And I remember it started a new genre, which I thought was great. That's how schools operate. I like it. Thank you, John. Jesus. That smoke put me over. All right, here we go. This is the nitty gritty. Sit back. Has anybody here ever heard of the reticular activation system? It's the name of a function of our brain. Is opulence still alive and well? Well, no, we're not. COVID killed opulence. It was a sweet project. We got a record deal. We put out the record. It's actually online. You can hear it. It's on every platform. And if you look below, let me see something. If you look below, you will see, I don't know if I have a link to it anymore. It doesn't look like I do. I used to have a link to the record label that put out, what's his name? Somebody in here knows it. Dark Alchemy. What's the name of the label? My brain can't remember small details anymore. Who put out the Opulence tape? Oh, wow. You listen to Opulence and Toilet Boys daily. That means a lot to me. Thank you very much. I have another record I play on that you've never heard that is unreleased. I have an entire Karen Black record that's unreleased. There's 3 songs released online. Somewhere. Karen Black, Somewhere. And you'll hear me sing with her. Kali Ma and Jesus Christ Vampire. Those songs. Look them up on YouTube. You'll see them. Karen Black, Jesus Christ Vampire, Kali Ma, Somewhere. They leaked. So, they're from an unreleased album. Yeah. So, anywho, we want a Toilet Boys thing. Well, one day it might come out. So the reticular activation system. Wait till you hear what this is. This is a mechanic in your brain. This is going to blow your mind, and I want you all to do research on this. Okay? This is all It makes me go down deep holes, and I want you to do the same. That's why I'm doing this. The reticular activation system reduces the workload in the conscious brain. Your subconscious is huge. It's like 90% of your brain. And the tiny little percent that you're conscious of, so that it doesn't go nuts, there's a filter. There's a filter. Now listen to the details. It tells you what to pay attention to. That's what this does. And your beliefs are part of this. What you believe is actually part of the system of the filter. And I'm going to get... Oh, yes. Here we go. Oh, wow. This is cool. Scorpion Tea is a new project from somebody from Toilet Boy Eddie, who's from Psychic TV. And Scorpion Tea is fantastic. Really, me and my son just went and saw them, and it's excellent. Scorpion Tea. Check it out. I'm going to have him on this show. He's a perfect guest on this show, actually. So, this reticular activation system, right? Somebody online called it a bouncer at a nightclub. And they have a guest list. And they let in certain people, and they don't let in certain people. Kind of like confirmation bias. So let's say your beliefs are, let's not use religion and God on this one. We could, but let's use somebody who's like a really like drunk kind of party animal, alcoholic kind of character. Okay? As you can tell, I don't spend a lot of time. I work around that, but I don't hang around it. Isn't Christianity and spirituality more? Yeah. Oh, yes. Of course, yes. Oh, wow. Here you go on nursing school. Oh, cool. Okay, so let's use this boozy guy and his belief systems around this world of alcohol, and his subconscious has a guest list. And if something's coming in there, like something healthy, it won't let it in. It doesn't notice it. If there's a healthy choice and the bad choice, when it's time for this person to make the decision, it's not their decision. The reticular activation system is what's doing it. And that's part of their subconscious. So when we get mad at people for making bad decisions, if I show you the mechanics of what's going on, it changes the framework of how I even see this anymore. Because if that's true, it's hard to say that that person's not responsible, but in a way it's true. They were born with the inability for their subconscious to filter out certain things. And if somebody tells them, hey man, you got to start taking healthier choices, yeah, I will. And then they keep making bad. Why do they keep making? It's because their belief system is hardwired. And it releases these emotions that give them, I didn't know how to phrase this. Yes, High Reaper does have a toilet boy. Shane. Yeah. Good question, John Carter. Does that make free will null and void? No, it says free will is... Yes, it does make free will null and void. Correct. 100%. What I'm telling you today, everything I'm talking here, the science, the thing, not one bit of it pulls away from determinism and shows the true light of free will. Nothing. It actually does the opposite. It's taking it away. It's kind of quite shocking. Are talking about full-blown alcoholic people that like a weekend drink or two. No, I'm talking about people that their entire reality is based around getting wasted. and how their belief system's hardwired to that being a good, not a bad. Yeah, so that's why this is fascinating. So imagine this reticular activation system is like a bouncer with a guest list, right? And it explains so much. It explains why negativity attracts negativity. It's the explanation for the law of attraction. The real version, not the fantasy version. There's an actual science to it. Yes, weed culture. Here we go. I have definitely romanticized smoking a fatty. Clearly I have. I know what I'm doing. Of course I've romanticized it. I think the drug of cannabis, the cannabinoid chemical, really is good for my pain control. It's the safer one. And as for being stoned, it doesn't make me tipsy. It makes me kind of articulate and loud and more kind of like a coffee. We'll see if we can order some. Oh, yeah. Choice is self-deceit? Ooh, deep question here. Well, I will say, whether choice is real or not, the world believes that making choices is real. So therefore, it has a reality. Free will. Choice. Kind of like, I'm using the same kind of way I look at the Jung style of what myth is, that it doesn't have to be real for it to be real. Does that make sense? It doesn't have to be real to be real. When I say that to somebody, like, huh? You sound like you're double talking. I'm not, actually. Free will is real because everybody feels it. But it doesn't mean it's real. Right? This is my argument to a lot of identity politic-y stuff, is it can be real and not real at the same time. Or a reality of sorts. It can be both. It doesn't matter. Reality is very subjective to certain things. And so, if everybody in the world believes free will is real, then they're going to respond as if it were real, right? So, this is why when somebody asks me, do you think free will is real? It's like, well, no, but yes. And, if they ask me if God's real, my answer is, well, not for me. It's not. Clearly that guy thinks it's real. So I can say no, but in his reality, it's real. So, you could choose to drive the wrong way down a one-way street, but it will end well for you. All right. So, okay. So here's something fascinating. After learning about this reticular activation system, I did my exercise, which I encourage people to do. That's why I tell people, get clipboards. See this? Look, this is what it looks like when I'm doing my thing. This is what it looks like. I use blank paper and I write in clipboards, and the reason why I like blank paper is you can reorganize everything and then staple it and then save it or transfer. I try to transfer stuff. But at any rate, after learning this reticular activation system and sitting there and kind of thinking about it for a little bit, I tried to open up my subconscious and have a discussion. And I do it by kind of just scribbling stuff on paper quick and oh, here we go. Before I read this paper, random unrelated thought. Corpse wood. What is corpse wood? Oh, what is that? What's your corpse wood? Wait, tell me what this is. It's hard for me to see what's... Thank you. Oh, yeah, great. Whatever you're talking about, fill in the great gaps here and tell people what it is. Oh, so this system has a lot of functions. Sensation, consciousness, attention. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Great. Excellent. The sleep-wake cycle, interesting. So it ties into our sleep life. Ooh, that's going to open some doors for me. So just free thinking, this is what I thought. I was trying to reflect upon what this all means and what it means to me. Oh, I'm going to go look at it again. There's so many things now I miss because my life online, I use it for work purposes a lot. It doesn't mean I don't have fun online. but there's so much coming at me that my data processor has a filter, right? I go, but I go really quick and don't pay attention to most things because it's too much. You know, if you ever message me and I don't get back to you quick, I try to answer every message. It's just sometimes there's a bunch and it's a little weird. But check this out. So I wrote this down and I tried to go back to my childhood. I try to do that with a lot of things. Like, okay, let's go to early Cardone. I've been gaming my beliefs since I was little, is what I've realized. Because it seems like the only way to change your beliefs, there's only one way to do it. Okay? And I think there's a way to do this. I didn't believe in God at an early age, and I could have been born without that chip in my head. I will say I was surrounded by religious people, Catholicism, and some other Protestant stuff. There was usually only one or two Jewish kids in school, one Hindu kid who was the local doctor's son or whatever. The only Chinese people in my high school ran the Chinese restaurant. You know, it was very small. So I was surrounded by Christians. And I will say my mom, who's watching tonight, she's watching, she wasn't a religious kook. She's a cultural Catholic. Right, Mom? You're a cultural Catholic. It's part of her she's an Italian-American Catholic. Not because she runs to church every week and gives money, but, you know, she was raised around it, and that's very, what's up, James Dunn? Yeah, like, Fran's a cultural Catholic. And so, that's fine. That's great. That's wonderful. She didn't hammer down the fear of God to me, and even if she did, I don't think it would have worked, Mama. I don't think it would have worked. I think I was definitely born with the chip of, yeah, as Mr. Dunn said, I'm missing a few chips. Okay? So, most people believe in God, okay? So, now, at an early age, still deified people and things and places, and I deified characters. Dracula, you know? Superheroes. I deified humans like Vincent Price and Joey Ramone. Animals. Cobras and, you know, animals that I liked. And I gave them the same attention I would have as God. So I knew the value of mythology and making my own, but I was making my own belief systems. I wasn't letting, well, yeah, my grandma did. Yes, of course. Yes, but ideas turn into beliefs, is that what I think? I think if your ideas seem to make sense over a long period of time, that's what a belief is. So that's the difference between an idea and a belief. The idea would be the beginning of what it turns into a belief. And I don't think you get to, I mean, okay, most people don't choose what turns into a belief, is what I'm saying. But I think certain types of people can, like me. Again, I might be just saying this and it's just, you're either born to be able to do these things or you're not. I don't know. But it makes sense for me. It made sense for me at an early age to create my own versions of things as opposed to other people's versions. And I put together my own pantheon of gods when I was little. Yeah, it's DIY mythology. I made my own mythological pantheon of characters to follow. And it wasn't external. It wasn't like I went down the street and shared it with everybody. It was just for me and nobody else. And yeah, I met friends that would share similar things, especially in the myth, you know, or like people that like Dracula or Sherlock Holmes. I realized that if I romanticize certain behaviors, it would be healthy and I would slowly change that way. So if I romanticized the nerdy magician that stays home and lights candles and burns incense and practices and doesn't go play sports, I'm going to get good at those things. And it worked. That's kind of what happened. It is easier to change an idea. You're right. Yeah, once it's a belief. Don't forget about dragons. I won't. I like dragons. Okay, here you go. Uh-oh. Yep, somebody here had a religious, but you got to read the chat, people. We have good chats in here. Oh, wow. Jim and Tammy's. Oh, wow. We have Jim and Tammy stuff in here. Oh, wow. One cult in LA. Oh, wow. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, sometimes when you're around that type, that religious crazy parent, you become that. And sometimes you don't. And what makes the difference between the two? I think people are born that way. I put, we even romanticize romanticizing. Dialogue already happening. Why did I circle that? Dialogue already happening. I circled that for some reason. It was something important, and I don't know what. I don't know. I was starting at an early age to talk to my subconscious. I think that's what that is. I figured out this thing where... So, from what my research is, the way to game your subconscious... Thank you, James. The way to talk to your subconscious... I was reading about this, and then I realized when I talk to myself now, I have a thing I do. I'll say to myself, you know, hey, buddy, oh, I forgot to tell you that your reticular activation system will lie to you to make you feel better. That's very important. I forgot to say that. Your brain will lie to you and give you the bullshit so that you feel better. What's that mean? That means a lot. That's insane. If that's true, that's insane. It is true. You will bullshit yourself so that you feel better. We evolved to run from all negative energy. Very few people evolved to run towards it for practice purposes. Here you go. Dan P. telling it. You got good. Okay. You have conversations with yourself. People really, I think people need to learn how to do this. When I have conversations with myself, I say, hey, buddy, you're alone. No one's around. You don't have to impress anybody. Be honest with yourself. How do you feel about this person? Or how do you really feel about this girl or this guy or this job? Be honest. No one's around. You don't have to put on any mask now. What do you really feel? Whenever I do that, I get really good answers. Well, we think what our hearts want to believe. Yeah. Of course I know who James Dunn is, Yvette. Come on. Are you kidding me? If he didn't write his name, I can tell by his text. How's that? Yes. Thank you, Streamlabs, for telling everybody that. So, honestly, talking to yourself is a big deal. And if you tell yourself you're a loser over and over again, you start to believe it. And now your bouncer, bodyguard guy, or whatever, is only going to let in things that reinforce the chemical processes you've assigned emotionally to that. And that's the key thing, is it's tied to emotions. So the other thing that I learned is whenever I'm having an emotional response, whether it be adrenaline because I'm mad, or the love, drug, or whatever it is, you tell yourself what's going on. You say, I'm having an adrenaline blast. As soon as you do it, it reverses. And now, instead of making a reactionary decision, you make a response. That's something that I had to learn. There you go. Your inner conversations are usually... Okay, so negative is okay if you're using that negative conversation to get you off your ass. I'll do that. I'll look in the mirror and be like, get it together, brother. Come on. It depends. I think there is a point where if you're too negative, it's not good. It's going to program you. It's why I don't have any money. I'm not good with making money. I'm good at being creative and I'm good at being creative, and I'm good at brainstorming and solving problems and performing. But when it comes down to making the better decision of making money, I'm terrible at that, which means my belief systems are wrapped around it. Oh, wow. Here's James Dunn telling about he was talking to himself and someone heard him. I love it. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's funny. If somebody heard me, they'd pass out. Because I don't have to talk out loud. I can just think it. I don't have to actually say it. Little brother's teacher is a part of a cult. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Yikes. Somebody. Oh, yeah. I mean, cults do beat people. Yeah, PMA. HR. I got that PMA. Bad brains all the way. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. So this reticular activation system. It's instead of it being a bouncer, it's more like a life coach manager that will lie to you. It's like a sleazy life coach manager. Your reticular and its only design is to get you to tomorrow. It doesn't care about 10 years from now. All of your little brain functions are designed so that you survive and get to tomorrow and breed. They're very like that, right? So, to tie up all of this, reticular activation system. Yeah, it's a crazy word. This is what I see. This is me putting it all together and tying it into no free will. 100-sided dice just rolled across. Well, I'm going to need this in a second, actually. Actually, I'm going to need that one. Let me see that one. What is this? No, this is also too big. I'm going to need that bag. Yeah, don't forget, I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to give away a Cardone coin, okay? Don't forget, it's going to happen. I'm going to roll a dice, and we'll get to that. But look, this is a dice bag for dice bags, which is as nerdy as it gets. Here's my culmination. I can never pronounce that word. Ghost? What's it say? Right? Ghost? I like it. Here's me compiling all this information and seeing a little bit forward. I realized that most of our functions that cause problems are actually correct. They're correct because they're not there for you to live and go to work in your car and get your Starbucks coffee and have sips of tea with your friends at the park and walk your dog that doesn't do anything except look cute on the couch, right? All of that, your body didn't evolve and brain didn't evolve to do that. It evolved to stay alive and survive in the jungles and in the tundras and wherever. That's what happened. And it seems like all of these negative things, these quick decisions and emotional reactions, yeah, they cause trouble in this world that we live in and how we live today. It doesn't groove. It's like we've evolved too quick, with how our technology runs things. And so here's how here's what I think. How do we go from seeing just tomorrow to far tomorrow, next week, next month, making decisions for really good long-term effect, not just to get to tomorrow? And how do we see ahead? How do we get, right? And this is where the no free will thing comes in. I think it depends on how well we can reflect upon the past. And I learned that from reading the great Stoic Seneca, who one of his essays, I remember it blew my head off. It made me really realize that everybody sells you on the forget the past, live today. The future's tomorrow. Forget your past, move forward. And Seneca's like, no, the future's not here and doesn't exist. The present isn't real, and the past is the only thing you can actually reflect upon because it happened already, and we can. And here's where the no free will comes in, and here's where the magic lies. The magic is, by studying the past in a Sherlock Holmesian fashion, you can clearly see where things are moving into the future. You can see the trajectory. You can see the zeitgeist. It's like being able to like jump online and absorb all the information online. You'd be able to predict a lot of things. This is why AI is kind of dangerous. It's going to be able to predict your next move. It's going to know everything about you. Imagine if one computer could put together all the informations about you that are online and put it on one dime. What you eat, when you go to the bathroom, what dirty pictures you look at online, it could literally do a poll on all the people that you talk to, what their hairstyle is, and figure out what the hairstyle is you're attracted to the most. In men and women. It can figure it all out and then start guessing each and every one of your moves. What kind of a reality is that when we have that? Kind of weird. So I look at this the same way. If I want to see into the future, I just have to look into the past. It makes you be able to make, just like a weatherman, some decisions on where things are going. And you might not be able to influence them, but you might be able to move out of the way. Our phones know more about us than our loved ones do. Wow, that's a powerful statement, Dan. Seriously, that's like big. That's like, it's hard to say it, right? When you type that, you're like, oh, it's hard to write it. But it's 100% true. Our phones know more about us. They literally know how many steps you took. It knows your heart rate. It knows what you ate for lunch. It knows how broke you are. It knows what bills you don't pay. It knows what bills you do pay. And based on that, it can make quick decisions. It really is scary. And which is why when we talk about AI and where things are going, it doesn't look good. And then add in that, what do you call it when things grow faster? What's that called? Technology. What's it called? The singularity. It's starting to speed up. It's getting faster and faster and faster. It's like the whole like machines running the show. I think so. Which is funny. Is the name of the show is it's kind of funny because it is your beliefs are running the show, and it seems more like there's a show that's already running. It is. There's something moving forward here. We'll never know what it is. Let's get that straight. I don't have any answers. If you came here for that answer, I don't have it. There is a mystery to the universe, and as far as I can see, there's some sort of algorithm here. This is why there's a new movement of people thinking we're just in some sort of algorithm, buried deep. And that there are limitations in this algorithm. And if there's stuff outside of it, yeah, sure, maybe there is. Maybe there's a billion versions of it. I don't know about those. I know about this one right now. I am a dot in the middle of a giant sand pit. Question. Somebody has a question. Yeah, I don't have an answer. I do like to think about it. If there's already a show, on what? I'm curious. Please, thoughts. If you're watching the show, tell me who you are. If you have a thought on this, if you think I'm nuts, if you think I'm onto something, if this makes sense. So far, it's making sense to me. I haven't seen anything here that it all kind of lines up. Oh, what's this say? Oh, I don't know what this is. Can I ask a question? If there's already a show, like with any show, I would have to judge it is the show good? Is it worth it? What show? This show? Is this show good and worth it? You have to clarify that question a bit. This is neat. Jason, in the future, we will have androids that work for us, and the more you spend on one, the more money you'll make is... Oh, I see. So you'll have a fancy robot that works for you, and the more money you spend on it, the more money. I see. Oh, is life really good? If you're asking if my life is good, I would say yes, 100%. However you want to define good or bad or whatever, I'm content with my life as it is, 100%. If life itself is good or bad, I can't answer that for anybody, other than, from an absurdist point of view, would be, well, if you're lucky enough to be alive, which it seems like it's a chance, it's not like a, as in The Big Show. Yeah, okay. I get what you're saying now. Again, what does good mean? And for whom? And for an ant? I just think it is what it is. Whatever algorithm we're in and for whatever purpose it serves, maybe somebody's just watching us right now like a TV set. And that's what we're doing. It's set in motion and someone's just observing us. That could very well be. I don't know. I think it's good, and if we're lucky enough to be here now, why not make it enjoyable? It is aesthetic. That's why Nietzsche thought the solution to nihilism was art. If we're in an algorithm, let's make art. The Truman Show. Yeah, we could be. It seems like there are limitations. Everything dies. Everything's moving in a certain direction. There's very specific limitations. So many limitations, it doesn't seem like a god was involved. At least from my point of view. A traditional god. It seems too limited, actually. Wow. Okay. That was a meaty show. My brain is like, did I leave any last notes here? Is that it? No, that's it for the notes. You gotta be kidding me, folks. That was a long, meaty I don't think I breathed. I was gonna smoke some pot during that, but I got on a roll and I decided not to. I hope that was fun. I mean, let's see. What does it say? How do I quit the show but keep on living? Well, okay, that's a really good question, and we should end on that because, listen, hold on. We'll be working for the robots. Let me tell you something. I got a letter today from the city of New York about my boiler, and I think I'm dealing with the city on the same level that an Amazon employee's boss is a robot. I don't think any humans involved. I think there's like a process, and it hits the thing, and it mails you the letter, and you get the fine, and you got to show up, and you know what I'm saying? So I think I already am dealing with working under robots. Yeah. It's already happened. Quitting the show, but keep on living. That's what my whole life has been about. That's what this entire show might be about. How do you quit that and go over here? I started doing it at an early age. It's possible. I think I'm living proof. Thank you, everybody. They are... Okay, NYC is getting ready to ban brick oven pizzas. They're trying to. NYC is going to ban gas stoves. NYC basically banned guns, but you can get one, but the process is ridiculous. NYC's banning everything. They're probably going to ban speech soon. I don't know what's next. I can't stand our governor, and I can't stand our laws. Yeah, it's too much. And they do everything under guise of health things. Oh, you're Lives are shorter because we all have gas stoves. Who knows? Please. Our lives are long enough. Lord, it's like people that need 8-string bass. 4 is plenty. Our lives are long. Live into 70s and 80s. I mean, we're all hitting high numbers now. We can hit higher numbers, but quality over quantity. That's the value. That's my belief, is quality over quantity. That's one of my core values I hold. All right. Folks, you guys rule. That was a great show. If anybody out there donates, there's a link below. If you look in the description, please hit the like, hit the subscribe. Yeah, Wit's cooking 30 pieces a day is bad for the environment. Yeah, right. Can you believe that's what they're trying to sell people? Yeah. It's like them cracking down on taking too many fish out of the ocean. What about the boat doing it? Come on, please. Peace out, James. James. I like calling you James. James Dunn sounds like a spy name. It really does. Dunn. James Dunn. It's like a Bond name. I love it. All right, sis. Out. That was great. Bruja, Dan, everybody in the room tonight. And the new people, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'm trying to do these every week now. I try to make them worth your time. I want you all I'm just trying to open your heads up. Go do some thinking, do your own research, and have fun. I'm having a blast. Variety show this Sunday, Rockaway Beach. Don't miss it. I'm telling you, where the hell is the poster for it? Listen, tell your friends. If you know anybody in the New York area or even in Jersey, it's a $100 prize. Atomic Pirate Girl, thank you. Biz LaFawn from LA. Tony. Serena. Good night, Serena. Party on. Who else is in here? Yeah, thank you, everybody. That was really fun. And where's my live camera? Yeah, I'm going to take us out with the outro. But you know what? Before I get out, I do think I'm going to play one video only in honor of what I'm wearing right now. Where are we here? Please. I'm going to take us out with the Anti-Nowhere League. And why? Because I love that band, and I like Animal, the singer, a lot. And I really like the song, and I really like the lyrics. So, I'm Cardone. This was evening. Oh! I didn't do it! I'm glad you're still in here. I'm going to roll the dice and give the winner. Here. If you're in here right now and you waited to the end, right now, listen. Enter the numbers 150 below to enter the contest. Right now, put 150 and you are now entered in the contest. While you do that, I'm going to get out a D30. I think there's about 30 people in here. So I'm going to get out a D30. And here we go. Boom, 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 boom. So Tony, you're number 1. You were the first one. Okay. And everybody after that goes up. Is that the D30? Yes, it is. Here we go. Come on in, people. I'll give you a few minutes. While you're entering the 150s, I want to give everybody a chance. You get a Cardone coin and a bunch of other crap. I'll send more than the coin. If you've ever gotten a package from me, there's also a package going out to somebody. Somebody got a poster from the prize money. Okay, cool. We got a lot of people coming in. Come on in. I'm going to wait about a minute. So come on in. Come on in. And then I'm going to roll the dice, announce the winner. Whoever wins, you got to message me with your address. Do it on Instagram. Cardone Magic. Cardone Magic. And I will send you a prize. Come on, Basement's in here. Who else? Let him in. Let him in. There's a whole bunch that rushed in. All right, someone wants the coins. These coins are rare. When I croak, you'll be able to get $5 for this. Uh-oh, your birthday's Wednesday, Bruja. Oh, you might win. All right, here we go. Basement Axis Mundi. You're the last one, I believe. I'm going to wait one more second as I roll this coin around my hands and make my arthritis have some fun. Let me see if you can see this. Can you see that in the light? Let me see. Look. Watch. Okay, up, Amanda. Okay. All right. Going once. Going twice. All right, so here's how this works. Who's number one in here? Tony, you're number one. I'm going to roll the dice and then count down, okay? Let me get a dice tray. And let's do this for real. I'm going to roll it live on the hand cam. I don't cheat. I'm the cheater who doesn't cheat. Hand cam. Here we go. Boom. And here's the dice, D30. I might have to roll again if I get too high of a number. That is, oh my God, believe it or not, if you look from where I'm looking, the top is the corner. I'm going to roll again. It's not flat. Hold on. Here we go. Bam. Number 4. Who's number 4? 1, 2, 3. Bruja, Florida! I think you said it was your birthday. I think you're number 4. Yeah, Tony's number 1. Dan's 2. Benjamin's 3. Bruja, Florida's 4. Bada bing, bada boom. Bruja, give me your address. You got some stuff coming towards you. There you go. How's that? How's that for a wish? Yep, that's how that works. So happy, oh, let me change the camera. Where's the damn camera? Bruja, Florida. Thank you very much. Excellent. And now, in honor of your birthday, this song is great. Anti-Nowhere League. This song's lyrics, it sounds like a love song. It's kind of like a battle buddy love song. It's like I got your back. I don't know. It's a great lyric. Here we go. I had a great time tonight. It's episode 150. I can't believe I've been doing it, and I'm getting live turnouts. So thank you, Captain Balls. That video is, I think, online. Party on.
So we shout, but no one's listening. So we live like no one does. For you, well, I'll be your soldier. For you, well, I'll bury friends. For you, well, I'll be your savior. For you, well, I'll play pretend. So we lie, but no one's laughing. We kiss, but no one cares. So we shout, but no one's listening. So we live like no one does. For you, well, I'll be your soldier. For you, well, I'll for you, well, I'll be your savior. For you, well, I'll play the tape. For you, well, I'll be your soldier. For you, well, I'll bury friends. For you, well, I'll be your savior. For you, well, I'll play the tape. So we cry, but now you're laughing. We hate, but now you care. But now you're listening. We'll die, but you won't care. For you, well, I'll be your soldier. For you, well, I'll bury friends.
presents Breakfast on the Guppy.